I leave the room every time my boyfriend eats because his chewing makes me want to scream. My boyfriend Ryan is literally perfect in every way. He's sweet, funny, remembers my coffee order, and sends me good morning texts every single day. We've been together for 8 months and I'm completely in love with him. But there's one thing that makes me want to run away screaming. The way this man eats is absolutely disgusting. He chews with his mouth open like he's trying to show me every single bite. The sound of his lips smacking together echoes through whatever room we're in, and I can literally hear him breathing through his nose between each chew. It's not just loud chewing, it's like he's putting on a performance. He'll take huge bites, then chomp down with his mouth wide open, making these wet, squishy sounds that make my skin crawl. Sometimes I can actually see the food rolling around in his mouth, and it takes everything in me not to gag. I thought maybe I was being dramatic until we had dinner at his mom's house last month. We're sitting at this nice dinner table, and Ryan starts eating his spaghetti. His mom immediately goes, "Ryan, honey, please chew with your mouth closed. You sound like a cow." I wanted to high-five her right there. Finally, someone else noticed how gross this was, but Ryan just laughed and said he'd always eaten that way, and it was too late to change now. That's when I realized this wasn't going to get better. I'd already talked to him about it like 5 times. Every conversation went the same way. I'd gently mention that his chewing was really loud. He'd apologize and say he'd try to be more careful. Then the next meal would be exactly the same. Last week, we ordered Chinese food, and I was so excited to try this new place. But the second Ryan opened his container and started eating, I felt that familiar rage building up. The sound of him chomping through those noodles was like nails on a chalkboard. I literally had to get up and go to the bathroom just to escape. When I came back, he asked if I was okay. I told him his eating sounds were bothering me again, and he rolled his eyes. He said I was being ridiculous, and that everyone makes noise when they eat. So I started my new strategy. Anytime Ryan eats, I just leave the room. If we're having dinner together, I'll eat really fast, then excuse myself to do dishes or check my phone in the bedroom. If he's having a snack while we're watching TV, I'll suddenly remember I need to do laundry. At first, he didn't notice, but last weekend we ordered pizza for movie night, and I disappeared to the kitchen the second he took his first bite. 20 minutes later, he comes looking for me, confused about why I wasn't watching the movie. That's when he figured out my pattern. He confronted me and said I was being mean and making him feel bad about something he can't control. He said it hurt his feelings that I'd rather be alone than eat with him. I tried explaining that it's not personal, that certain sounds just trigger something in my brain that makes me feel crazy. I told him about misophonia, this condition where specific sounds cause intense anger or anxiety. But he said I was making excuses and being dramatic. Ryan said if I really loved him, I'd find a way to deal with it instead of running away every time he eats. He even suggested I wear headphones during meals, which seemed crazy to me. The breaking point came yesterday when we went to this nice restaurant for our 8-month anniversary. I was so excited to celebrate, but the second our food arrived and Ryan started eating his steak, I felt that familiar wave of disgust. I tried so hard to stay and enjoy our dinner, but the sound was echoing off the restaurant walls. I excused myself to the bathroom 3 times during that meal just to get a break. On the drive home, Ryan said he was tired of feeling like he had to hide when he ate. He asked if this was going to be a problem for our entire relationship. I told him honestly, probably yes, unless he learned to chew with his mouth closed. He said that was unfair and controlling. Now we're not speaking, and I'm wondering if I'm crazy for letting eating sounds ruin an otherwise perfect relationship.